I don't drink soda.
Yo, welcome to the Natural Habitat Podcast. My name is Mikey Booyah.
My name is Awesome Ty.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Braving these weather conditions out there.
It's the storm of the century,
out there.
man. The storm of the century. It's going down today, all day, all night, they say.
They're saying possibly until tomorrow. And I assume it's the same no matter what city or location you're in.
Or when you're listening to this.
It's just one big worldwide storm.
Mm-hmm. And also, we're hoping that the storm's going to last for a while, because when this comes out in a few days, if the storm has passed, then it's really not going to be a good look, because we're going to be talking about the storm's over.
And even like if the weather storm is over, like the QAnon storm still applies, right?
Yeah,
so
into the storm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And, it also, you have the risk of the eye of the storm, which you think everything's over, but you're really just in the calm spot in the middle, and it's about to happen all over again. So we want to prepare you for an inevitable storm. We also want to prepare you for the QAnon storm. We want to prepare you for January 6th, which is right around the corner. No one knows what's going to happen then. We want to prepare you for our changes around here. We're going to have a lot of changes.
Oh boy, we're making some big changes.
First off, we need to address
wholesale changes.
Yeah,
that's absolutely a saying, right? Wholesale changes.
This gentleman by the name of Taylor Downs.
But you know what? I like to call him Taylor. I was trying to think of like a more endearing name than.
I think you should
Downs.
call him Taylor Downs. It's his
Taylor
name.
Downs, okay.
Because
Taylor
you don't
Downs.
want to take his name away. We got to respect the guy's name.
Yeah. We have much respect for this fellow.
So this guy, he slid up. He sounded off.
As we asked. We've made that request numerous times, so it was only right that he fulfilled the request, and he slid into the. Yeah, not the DMs, but the comments.
The PMs,
he sounded off. Yeah,
the public mentions, and he sounded off in our comments, and he said pretty much something along the lines of like, "You guys suck. Anybody that sits down with you would lose credibility." He said, which was, we owe an apology to Rick Storr, who sat down with us at one point.
Yeah, there's been others who have sat down.
We've
had several podcasts where there was a third man. So I apologize to them, and I apologize to Taylor, because you know what? We owe our listeners better. Obviously, he listened to us at least once. I mean, whether or not he actually subscribed, that I don't think he did.
I don't think so.
But I mean, he listened, he tuned in, and he did not like what he saw. So it's caused us to kind of reevaluate ourselves and our podcasting techniques.
We took last week off. We kind of thought about what
we canceled the NIP Awards. We had a big award ceremony planned. We canceled them. We told Jerry, you know what, Jerry, we're not coming in this week.
Yeah. And we decided to take some time and reflect and think about what Taylor said, and he's absolutely right. And we need to shift the show. We need to change. We need to go back to our core values is what we want to do. Core values, the reason why this show exists, the reason why we're here every week, why we take this time and put all this money and effort and stuff into putting the show out for you guys every week. Like, do we do this, so that we could, what was he mad at?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he just didn't like us personally.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine.
We had the Slide for Bread episode.
Yeah, I often don't like myself. So, he's not entirely wrong.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He could be seeing all the things that we see in ourselves, which, that's scary. That's a powerful guy right there. Because, I take a lot of time.
And,
and
also Taylor,
to hide that
my
stuff.
Name's Tyler. His name's Taylor. That's a very similar name. So, it really pains me that I've let somebody with a similar name to me down like that.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of made me do some self-reflection. And,
you guys are akin in a way.
Kindred spirits. Yeah. Kindred names.
Mm-hmm. Kindred Meadows. That was a person.
Yeah. You take that A out of his name and we're almost the same name.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
So, we think that he's right. And, we kind of owe it all to him. This rebrand.
Everything.
We owe it all to him. We owe it
as far as this podcast is concerned. Yeah. He's kind of assumed, that spot that we, that pedestal that we had put in FreqHandy up on through his engagement.
Yeah, now FreqHandy's gone, so he's now a co-host.
He's a co-host now. So now we're gonna spend time and energy appeasing Taylor Downs.
Yeah,
putting Taylor Downs up on this listener pedestal and trying to make sure that he is, he's enjoying the content. So
the tides have shifted, and we're just gonna put him right up there.
Taylor, I'm assuming you're not watching this week. You probably had seen about enough, and I understand. But say you are, or if this does make it its way to you somehow, let us know. Sound off below what you would prefer to see content wise, and if there's like a change to my physical appearance that I can make without any sort of invasive surgery or anything like that, or if you want me to change the way I dress,
minimal surgery,
just let me know. Let me know what you would prefer to see and what you would prefer to hear, and we will go ahead and accommodate you and make those changes. So thank you for reaching out and letting us know.
Thank you so much, dude.
It's been an eye-opening experience, honestly, the past couple of weeks. I mean, I've really, it's been highs and lows for sure. It's been like an emotional roller coaster. I'm already depressed, and then here comes along Taylor fucking Downs. With his comment that I guess we did ask for, but still at the end of the day, we're back here and we're ready to
core values, baby.
Core values.
I'm
thinking like 4 pillars, core pillars.
The 4 pillars of the Natural Habitat podcast.
Yeah. What are those though?
We'll get to those.
Okay.
And what those are. But I do know that, we have this We've been telling you guys to subscribe. We're going to do that. We're going to do that every week, like a regular show. Like a regular show does.
We're not going to hammer it quite as hard, though.
We're not going to go, guys, go subscribe to our YouTube.
I mean, maybe no more megaphone. I like the megaphone, though.
Yeah, I do like the megaphone.
Okay, we're going to keep the megaphone for now, Taylor. Let us know if that should go.
Please subscribe to the Natural Habitat podcast on YouTube. Hit the bell. Get the reminders. If you're Taylor Downs, thank you for watching.
Sound off below, Taylor.
Jesus.
See, I don't think he's going to like that. I don't think he's going to like that.
I don't think he's going to like that either. We could probably clean up a lot of this stuff for Taylor too in post. Cut things like that out. Our goofs and stuff. We haven't restarted the show yet. I don't think you probably like that.
No, I don't think he was a fan of that bit. I can't imagine he was.
So we just want to thank him. We want to try to change these things. We want to be more like people's favorite shows.
Now, do you think he was suggesting that we bring in more special guests and try not to embarrass them? Like he did make the comment about anybody that sits down with us.
Why would he imply us having
despite the fact that we haven't had anybody sit down with us in probably like a year, right?
Yeah,
if not more.
I don't know why he would imply that that people are going to be. So
maybe
he's
suggesting that more people do sit down with us, and we try our best not to make them lose credibility.
Yeah.
Especially if they're already sort of credible.
So Taylor, let us know who you would like to see on the show, and we'll try to make that happen. We'll try to get people in this middle seat, this hot seat right here.
There's no chair here, but we could bring in a chair probably logistically.
Yeah, we have there's no back on it, so this light right here it heats you up. We call it the hot seat. It shines right on your back. It makes you sweaty, and it's really good for podcasting. Yeah. So we're going to put somebody in here, whoever you want, Taylor. We got your back. And we're going to try to, have things that we talk about. We're going to have topics. We're going to do some news stuff, some things that are going on. We're going to have classic segments like everybody knows, everybody loves. But also we're going to do things that Taylor would like. I actually went through, I found his IP address. I checked out his data. I checked out his search history, what he watches on YouTube. And we're going to try to, be more like that.
Yeah, we're gonna bend ourselves and mold ourselves into something,
the ideal show for Taylor.
Yes, because I feel like Taylor, he's your everyman. You know what I mean? He's your Joe everyman. So, whatever Taylor likes, probably not too far off from what the rest of America and the world likes. So
exactly.
we get Taylor, appeased. Then I think the rest of the subs and accolades and awards, money, possibly, we'll all start showering in.
Mm-hmm. Are you 1 or 2?
This says 1, but I feel like I might be 2.
Here, give me one more. Give me a check. Check. Okay, I think you're 1. Okay. All right, there we go.
1 feels right.
Yeah, we're good. All right, I just had something happened here, so sorry about that.
I feel like Taylor would prefer that we did this before the show, when we got all of our levels and stuff dialed in before we did the introduction.
Yeah, I agree. Taylor probably would have liked that, so we're going to cut that out also. Do you think Taylor would like the Toys for Tots if we pretended to?
No.
Okay. So today we are talking about something that a lot of people have been seeing, have been doing, have been paying $5.99 for, and that is AI art. Lensa in particular is the
See,
app
I haven't
that
heard about
everybody's-
this Lensa.
Really?
I'm familiar with like Stable Diffusion, Dolly 2, and like
Yep.
the first few, but Lensa is apparently new, and I don't really know how it works.
Have you seen people on social media that have been sharing their AI profile picture?
No. See,
No?
I've been avoiding social media, seasonal depression and what have you. I've just kind of been steering clear.
Okay, well then, I'll kind of like break it down for you. So people have been posting, they'll say, I got my, my AI, portrait of myself, and it's, like usually about 30 different pictures. So it'll be 5 pictures. Then the 5th picture will say like plus 28. And you could just go in and see all these different AI versions of them. And, they usually mention, it's usually like a prettier, more muscular, more sexy version of them.
Okay, so it's how you maybe you would like to
Exactly,
picture yourself, right?
And they usually always mention, at least in my case, that they did it with Lensa and that they paid $5.99 for it. So
is that a Lensa requirement?
Yeah, so Lensa, it's a $50 membership, but you get a free trial. So if you forget to cancel your free trial, then you get charged $50. There's no monthly. You have to do the annual membership. And then after you pay for your membership or get your free trial, you still have to pay for the images. You have to pay $5.99 for 100 images. And you upload, I don't know if it's one picture or multiple pictures of yourself, and then it'll give you 100 images. People are picking their favorite 30 or 40 and then uploading those.
See, that seems like a lot more cost and a lot more hassle than the other ones.
Yeah.
Is there something about Lensa that makes it better than these other options? Your Dolly and your Stable Diffusion. Is it the fact that you can upload your image and have it like come back as something different, or?
So I think that is one of the major things, is that all of these other AI photo generators have been like a text prompt.
Right. Yeah.
And this one is like an image prompt. You could do an image, and then I think you could also do image and text.
So you can be like, here is a picture of me, make me look like this, doing this, and it'll bring it back,
I believe so.
Okay.
But I don't know. I haven't used it, and it could just take it and then give you 100 random pictures of yourself. One flying a dragon, one working at the DMV.
That doesn't seem like it would be all that useful, especially like I already really like the way I look. I think I'm a very outstanding looking man. So yeah. I don't know that I need my photos doctored. I'm not some sort of Kardashian, is it?
Yeah.
Kardashian,
you don't need the filters.
No. What God gave me is more than adequate, honestly.
And, I think you're right. Maybe if you uploaded a picture of yourself, it would just send back the same picture.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Just a cartoony version.
Or maybe like I'm in like
picture.
a different color shirt or something like that. So I mean, based on the amount that they're charging, I don't know that would be of particular value to me.
Yeah. So I think that now would be a good time to take a break in the AI photo thing. Just to break it up, I think Taylor would probably like it.
Yeah.
If we like kind of,
Sure.
keep it jumping around, moving on to, and then we'll come right back to this AI thing with the Lensa. All right.
So we're having a break now. Yes.
Yes. And I want to add one of the pillars of the Natural Habitat
Pillar number
podcast.
1.
Pillar number 1.
Friendship.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Friendship. That's your first tent pole.
First pillar, friendship.
You got to keep this tent up.
Yeah.
And everybody knows to keep a tent up, you got to put up the poles first.
So for us to do this show, we have to like each other. It's the only way it works. If we hated each other, we couldn't come in here and do this every week.
It would be a different dynamic for sure.
Yeah, it definitely would. So, we have to enjoy each other's company. We have to be friends. We have to text each other during the week. Hey, did you see this? Hey, Joe, what do you think of that? And friendship is one of the main pillars. I have done this show with a person that I was not very much friends with.
Indifferent to?
At the time.
Right.
Our friendship changed, but we kept doing shows together. And I'll let you guess who that is, FreqHandy. It's not FreqHandy. But he's probably the only one that's been along for the whole ride that would have an idea of who it was. But it was awkward.
Now, I wouldn't say I'm friends with CompuTor, honestly. And CompuTor, why don't you say hello? This is for those that don't know. Now, do you think Taylor likes CompuTor? Because I sometimes
Taylor
don't
likes CompuTor, and this is like our main thing that we're going on right now is the AI podcast. So that's one thing we can't change.
Okay, CompuTor, say hello.
CompuTor, say hello to the people.
See, I don't know how this is going to work, my dynamic with CompuTor, because
CompuTor, stop.
CompuTor, stop.
CompuTor, stop. CompuTor, volume 10. Okay, we're going to have to get all that out of here for real. Not just say we're going to cut it. And then we'll cut back into... CompuTor, say hello to the people.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Habitrats? It's the storm of the century, and we're hunkered down with you for the next hour. So warm up, get lit, say hello to your neighbors. Neighbors. All your neighbors. Error 412. Error.
Wait, what? Call your neighbors?
I don't know what that was about. Honestly.
Maybe the storm is like it's got him on the fritz. I think
possibly. No, I could see CompuTor having use for Lensa because CompuTor. It's just like a round black tennis ball looking thing physically. You could probably put CompuTor into like a way cooler case. So like perhaps if CompuTor uploaded himself to Lensa, they would send us back, like a more aesthetically pleasing version.
We could get
of
some models and then we could like 3D print that and then put CompuTor's guts into this 3D printed version. CompuTor, what do you think of AI art?
According to airnow.gov, the air quality in Atascadero is good, with an air quality index of 25.
That's not bad. We didn't ask you that, CompuTor. No. We didn't ask anything about the air quality.
No, we asked CompuTor, what do you think of AI art? Is what I said.
I don't know that one.
All right, whatever. Never mind. He doesn't get it.
He's done.
So CompuTor is the only artificially intelligent co-host.
Intelligent is a bit of a stretch. We say that very liberally.
And then FreqHandy is the only not here co-host.
He's like a correspondent. He's like our field correspondent.
Oh yeah, that would actually be perfect to cut to him in the rain, out there in the rain. We'll cut to FreqHandy out in the rain. FreqHandy, how's the storm looking out there, bud? Storm of the century. And then we'll let him do his thing.
That's fantastic, FreqHandy. Thanks for checking in.
Mm-hmm. So now Lensa was created funded initially by this company called Y Combinator, who is a startup accelerator that gives money to a bunch of tech startups. And they started things like Airbnb,
Coinbase, you got Cruise, DoorDash,
Reddit,
Dropbox,
Stripe, Twitch, Dropbox, all
these are all hugely popular platforms. So, clearly they know how to, they're very savvy with their picks for the companies that they fund.
Yeah. And that is why we immediately reached out to Y Combinator to talk about getting this long-awaited NHP app.
Yeah, we've been talking about getting this NHP app off the ground for a while now. And so far, all the ideas are there. They're all in place. We've got some big things coming for it. It's just piecing the tech together.
Yeah.
And that's the job, that's more of a job for like a Silicon Valley nerd. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just kind of like I'm picturing like a real Poindexter to figure the nuts and bolts out.
I'm talking a guy that wears suits but never wears pants.
I'm talking like a pocket protector.
Protector. He's got shorts. He's got a button-up shirt with a tie on.
Yeah, there's big old mustard stain on his shirt.
Yeah, this fucking idiot. He's like an idiot savant. And just out here building apps and hardware and
so far together. we haven't heard back from Y Combinator yet, but we're expecting we can't be just checking around the clock, especially with Jerry gone. So we'll check back on that next week.
We'll check our emails once a month or something. Yeah. So they created this Lensa, or no. They created the initial technology, which was OpenAI, formerly known as DALL-E Mini. And then also Stable Diffusion.
Oh, so all these AI generators are they just basically one blanket company or under one blanket company?
So what they are is they're collections of pieces that are owned. So it's like different people's collections. If you think of like a museum, like different museums have different shit. And a lot of them have a lot of the same stuff. Like every Egyptian museum will have a mummy in there.
Right. You all can't have Mona Lisa. You know what I mean? Like,
you all can't have King Tut's scepter. Like only one has that. Or 5 or whatever. Because like 4 of them are fakes in case someone tries to break in and like steal it.
Yeah, that's what I was just picturing is like a
heist.
A heist.
Ocean's 11.
Or what was the Nicolas Cage one where he's like stealing America's treasures?
Oh, National Treasure.
National Treasure, yeah.
So yeah, this like is all these different companies have their own database of stuff that they pull from. And a lot of them, you know, one of them is owned by like Microsoft. Google has their own like AI thing that they're collecting, and they're using photos that are uploaded to the iCloud. So even photos
so they're
that are
using yours and our personal photos.
Photos that we haven't uploaded to the web, just because they're in the cloud, they can use that to add to the algorithm so that it could be smarter. And they're not technically releasing your photos. They're just giving it to the AI.
Giving the AI the ability to take your photos.
Look at all your nudies, all your booties.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they get,
So, it's really the major thing is that the pictures are coming about with these like kind of nefarious means.
Right.
Where people don't know that their pictures are being used.
Right. Like if you take, like a tiny fragment of an element from each photo and you reuse it for something else, you're still stealing people. It's like saying, okay, well, if we only take a penny from each person and we take $1 million worth of pennies from all these different people, it's not stealing because, every individual person is only missing a penny, but now we've put these all together.
Still stole a penny from everybody.
Yes,
yeah. It's like a reverse, what was that ship? Theonice's ship or something like that?
The Titanic.
No, not the Titanic. The ship where it was like the ship left and then like the sail like ripped, so they repled the sail and the mast broke.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
The
and then if it, is it?
And then is it the same ship? Right, yeah. What did I say? Tahitius? That's not even a thing.
No, I don't think it is.
Thaddeus's ship, and so it's like an inverted version of that, where if you take everybody's pictures and put them all together into one, whose picture is it? It's everyone's and it's nobody's. But say if, a lot of people are uploading their pictures to Lensa and getting back, not even like borderline, getting back pornographic results.
Yeah, that's what I was just reading was the people are putting back, they're uploading like a face shot, like just a facial portrait of themselves.
Yeah.
And they're getting back like cartoonish imagery,
big old
nudes
tits.
and like anime tits, and just like it's like wait a second.
So you're not allowed to upload any nudity.
Well, see, I think there's just it's taking into account all this information. There's just this abundance of pornography and massive tits on the internet.
That's always been the thing that like 70% of the internet is porn or something like that.
Yeah, so it's just looking at all this porn and
CompuTor. How much of the internet is porn?
Sorry. I don't know that one.
Whatever, you fucking... It's like, look, Taylor, we're going to have CompuTor running back up to full specs next week. It's just the storm is knocking him out. Usually he's hella impressive.
You're going to have to bear with us. This isn't going to be an overnight, success story.
We're slowly
Taylor.
changing for you, bud. All right?
Yeah. This is going to be more of a... like a crawl than a sprint.
But I think we're doing a good job. I think it's a good episode.
I think it's been, an uptick in quality so far.
Yeah,
and that's all thanks to Taylor. Was it Taylor Downs?
Taylor Downs.
Downs.
Taylor Downs.
Another Taylor that I know of is Taylor Hawkins, the Foo Fighters guy that died recently. And,
that's sad.
Yeah.
I would have said Taylor Swift.
You don't want anyone named Taylor to die.
No. Taylor Swift. She just released Midnight. She's alive and
well. Yeah. Taylor Swift is doing very well. So it's a good year for people named Taylors that aren't in the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, absolutely. Did he just die?
No, I think it was like earlier in the year, but he was still like a beloved guy.
Still in the year. So Taylor, if you would just go back and watch older episodes, you would know that this one is better.
Yeah, it ranks somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, it's middle high. I would say upper middle.
Yeah, and I mean we're only midway through it. It could just
you never know what'll happen.
Up in quality.
But so here's the deal: is that they're using all of these images, which most of them contain pornography or borderline pornography, or just, women in sexual provocative poses, or guys flexing, like that kind of thing. And it's going to build this, and it also will naturally build a lot of like racist stuff, because it's also taking all the pictures that are uploaded on 4chan. You got the storm, the storm of the century with QAnon and stuff. And we should probably bleep that, right?
I don't think we can say QAnon unless we're Vice. Of course, like Vice gets free reign to say.
What if we put a Vice watermark on the
watermark?
bottom?
Okay, I like that.
Just when we say QAnon. Just so when it scans that part, we're good. Taylor, do you like Vice?
Do you like QAnon, Taylor?
Yeah, we actually would love to know if you like Vice and if you like QAnon, because that will help steer our rebrands,
that's gonna fuel our Taylor Downs algorithm, content algorithm. So sound off below, Taylor, and let us know some of your favorite, like your top 10 favorite things to look at on the internet. And we will throw that into our AI computer will take note of that, and computer's taking a lot of the Jerry work lately.
Yeah, so, and then we'll spit out the best goddamn show you've.
Can you say that again?
Computer, stop.
Computer, yeah, nobody called on you.
Take the week off, dude. Seriously, we're gonna do the best show you ever goddamn done seen after we have all that data. So it's using all of these images, right? This AI image creator, and Lensa is the first one that is making you pay for the stuff and kind of making it a commercialized thing and rapidly generating. It's like mass producing art. Whereas art usually, even if you were to commission someone with a 24-hour turnaround, you still got to wait for it. You got to wait for it to get made.
Sure, there's human labor involved.
Mm-hmm. So this will give you 100 versions of that. And they are using Stable Diffusion, which is open source.
Right.
So anybody could use it. So they're using Stable Diffusion to power Lensa.
Oh, so they're like, it's not even.
They don't even make their own thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're just like they're going to take.
But they're building their own database. So they're catching all these images because when you upload your image to Lensa, it also gets all the images on your phone and all the images in the cloud. So it's farming images from everybody that's using it, adding that to their database so that they can use that. Because, data is like the new currency.
Yeah. Now, my concern is that at a certain point, these AI entities, this Lensa, and you got CompuTor here, they're gonna start becoming self-aware. Mm-hmm. And at that point, we could have like a whole wave of new problems on our hands as far as them working together to possibly. Yeah, I'm picturing like some sort of dystopian anarchy here, where these AI bots just kind of they overrun us. And
I don't think that we're gonna get to that, because I think that we're gonna start breaking off. Like we already did it with. So AI can do all this like crazy stuff, and we've seen these robots that can like have conversations with you and think they're alive and shit. And that's like too far. That's where you're getting weird.
Yeah, computers stop.
But what we're doing now is we kind of took that and then fine-tuned it to where it just makes pictures for us. Like an AI in your car that that will do like cruise control, and then if the car in front of you stops, it'll see it and then stop and react to it.
Right, but like I'm saying, like all these different like AI tools will start communicating with one another.
Yeah, no, we're gonna put them in their own cells.
A super AI.
No, they're gonna be in their own little tiny closed circuit cells.
They're gonna be self-contained,
like a Magneto. How he's like in a thing and he's like playing chess by himself.
Okay.
And he's like, you have to go down this walkway, and like it's all fucking. So they're gonna be all closed off, and we're gonna. I hate to bring. We'll just call it R&M. I don't want to like bring it up in this conversation because it makes it kind of corny. But there's this R&M joke where Rick's like, he like makes this little robot, and the robot's like, "What's my task?" And he says, "You bring us butter."
Oh, yeah.
And that's all he does. He just brings butter. And like the whole joke is that the robot's like, oh, my life is nothing. He's sad and like shit.
Yeah.
And that's what AI can do all this stuff. But I think that we'll do a good job of just taking it and making little programs that do one thing, like bring us butter or make a picture of us riding an eagle. And that's all it does. And as long as we have little tiny subsections like that,
to keep them, you got to keep them separated. As the offspring, let's say.
Yeah. But then how long until there's a, integration push from AI artists cause there's artists already that are using AI to create new pieces of art that they're selling. So
I feel like,
what if they push to integrate all of the artificial intelligence? And then they connect that way.
It's a slippery slope.
It is.
A slippery slope for sure.
So Lensa is using this stable diffusion as its like source. It's taking all your data. It's taking all your keystrokes and stuff.
You're gonna not want to import any pictures of children, because you could be held responsible for the results that it sends back, and it's like pasting pictures of tits and lewd conduct onto these photos. So
and that's another thing.
You don't want to end up with some like CP back. You put in a picture of your nephew, thinking you're gonna make like a cool portrait, like that you can use as a keepsake or like a Christmas gift or something like that, and all of a sudden you're getting back something completely different.
Yeah. And these images, they're saved to your profile, which, people could, I'm sure, easily get into. They're sent to like maybe your email when they're done, like a link to go see them in a Dropbox. And that, the chick that wrote that article about how she just put up pictures of her face and got back like porn. Eventually, the Lensa is already hella realistic. It's way more realistic than you would get from a stable diffusion like the classic or a Dolly Mini or anything like that.
Right.
And eventually, or already probably, depending on which one you use, you could get like a realistic photo looking like image of yourself.
Quality, sure.
So you can upload a picture of your face. You could get back a fully real looking nude of yourself that's now on the internet somewhere in some cloud. A company buys Lensa. Maybe in the future, some company buys Lensa for billions of dollars. Now they own your picture. So now they could do whatever they want with it. And then what if that picture gets sold as like an ad on the side of a porn page? Yep. And then now there's a nude of you on a porn page that you never
your
took.
Employers,
and you probably look banging though, so which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, is that a given though? Like, I feel like the technology is there that can make you look, worse just as easily as it could make you look any better.
Yeah, true.
So you're really at the mercy of the algorithm as to like whether you get back like an attractive picture or something horrid. And
then you never know who's going to find it and who's going to, your employer, your significant other stumbles across it, and then you're like, oh, I just tried out Lensa.
Yep, there's a whole can of worms that could theoretically be open here for you. So be very careful before you start using Lensa or anything like that.
So
what do you think? What is it, Taylor? What do you think Taylor thinks of this whole Brittany Griner thing? He strikes me as like a let's go Brandon type guy. So he's probably against it. He's probably like, I'm not trying to assume anything about you, Taylor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't go making assumptions.
When did the camera turn off?
I'm not sure. Taylor, again, we apologize for this. This isn't something that happens every week. These technical difficulties or me making assumptions about people. So, just again, it's bear with us here, man. We're a work in progress.
Yeah. The rest of the show is audio only anyway. That's all right.
Yeah.
Because the camera was at like 8% when we started the show.
Now, could we use Lensa to theoretically like replace the rest of the visuals for this episode?
I think so. Probably.
Maybe we'll do that. We'll just pop in some Lensa.
I know that there's one that Duncan Trussell was talking about recently that was It's like an AI photo generator, but you upload a video.
Okay.
And then it can put you in like a different scenario or build something out of, you could be like, take a picture of your living room and then be like, the walls are made of puppies. And then and then you could be walking around and like looking at it from all different views, and the puppies could be biting and putting their paws out, and they're all trapped in there.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's terrifying, actually.
It really is.
So, I think that we're just like in a boom right now. So everything is just like happening so quick because of like exponential growth of technology. I feel like artificial technology, every time that it makes something, it gets 1,000 things to make it. So it's just constantly growing, and our brains don't understand exponential growth.
Not at all. No. I couldn't tell you the first thing about it.
Yeah. So like, I know that, the best way, how many folds to the moon? Okay. How many times would you have to fold a piece of paper until it reached from the Earth to the moon?
I'm thinking like at least 100, right? That's conservatively.
Yeah, that's a conservative, but it's 42 folds.
Oh, okay.
And
that makes sense.
And it's because our brains like don't understand exponential growth. So if you take a piece of paper, fold it in half, it doubles in size. You fold it in half, now it's 4 papers tall. You fold it in half, now it's 8 papers tall. Grows and grows and grows. And then only 42 folds, and it's to the moon, which doesn't make sense. You think that 42 folds would be like maybe the size of a house? Maybe, not even. But I mean, look, this is from science. Like every page will tell you 42 folds of the moon. Like 42. From
okay.
So
it doesn't matter the size of the original piece of paper, because I mean,
like the size. Well, the standard thickness of like a regular sheet of like printer paper.
We're not talking like a cardstock or anything like that.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But you can only fold it like so many. I think like 7 folds is the world record or something like that. You only fold a piece of paper so many times. And if you fold a piece of paper like 5 or 6 times, it's already a thick ass fucking. You want a piece of paper or what?
I kind of do.
Keep going.
So yeah, we're gonna get some paper here. We're gonna fold it up, and we're gonna fold it up potentially 42 times. I don't know that. I mean, that might not. As it turns out, we actually don't have any paper, so we're not going to be able to put that theory to test. But multiple sources are reporting that on the internet. So, okay, so cool. I'm gonna fold this here. Here's one fold. Okay, folks.
Okay, so
got one fold.
I've seen this. I've watched it all broken down. It's
2
legit.
folds.
So that's 2.
3 folds. 4 folds. Now I'm at 4 folds here, and I'm running out of paper, but I mean, as you can see, it's not. I mean, the distance to the moon is pretty far away.
5 folds. So
yeah, you got 5 folds here. Now, if you were to multiply this by 7, that would be 40.
So it's like
45.
Here's the math, dude. Here's the math right here. Okay.
Oh, it's when you hit 37 folds. That's when you start, seeing your growth.
Because here's the thing: is that it takes 42 folds to get to the moon. So 41 folds is halfway to the moon.
Oh yeah, I see. I understand now. My brain's starting to understand the concept. So okay,
yeah,
okay.
So exponential growth, we don't understand.
Pillar number 2 of the Natural Habitat Podcast: science.
Oh yeah, that actually is a great pillar. Science.
Okay.
And then we'll release the other 2 pillars next week.
Yeah.
Because we're
running short on.
We're running out of time. We got no video going on. This Taylor, is a nice classic old school podcast feel though with the audio.
It feels good. Good.
Taylor Downs, we hope that you enjoyed this.
Yeah, sound off below, Taylor. Again, please leave us your 10 notes, whether they're positive or more constructive negativity.
Or I thought it was 10 things he liked.
Yeah. So we're going to be asking a lot of you this week, Taylor, and I apologize, but we do need 10 things that you like on the internet, and then also 10 notes that you have as to how we can, turn this ship around and start getting back towards the moon.
And do you believe the folds thing? Do you believe the 42 folds?
No.
All right. We'll see you next week, guys.
Hey, folks! Bob Spokesman here, and boy, do I have some exciting news for you. And this time, I promise nobody is losing their pension, okay? Ha 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 ha. Now it's beginning to look like the internet is here to stay. But with all the streaming and the scheming, it can be a frightening place, especially for us seniors. Well, what if I told you that you could get not just all the best happenings from the World Wide Web, but some news and information too controversial and real for even the web, just by calling this number toll free from anywhere in America? It's called the Natural Habitat Party Chat Hotline. 1-805-900-7301. It's uncensored, unbiased, and unorthodox, and best of all, no goddamn algorithms. You're getting it straight from the horse's mouth. All they ask is that you sound off in the voicemail and leave them a shout out. This is no Ponzi scheme like last time, folks. Or my name isn't Bob Spokesman. Call now.